Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Ravens are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Browns, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A first carry now for Paul Perkins. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll look to set up his blockers. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense. And that, of course, is their signal caller. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Well, look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. 3 catches, 53 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Andy Dalton. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Some mistakes already in the 1st quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And the Browns getting set to go. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second down, Perkins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Another tackle for loss from the interior of that D-line. He had 4 of those last week, partner.
And what you can glean just from the statistics, even if you don't watch the tape, is that he is what we call a one-gap player. I mean, that's all he has responsibility for, which means they want him to get upfield, penetrate to the backfield, make plays. When you're a two-gap defensive tackle, you've got to cover up too much ground, and all you're trying to do is hold the point of attack. You don't get very many tackles for loss.
The line, they better figure a way to plug that gap. So Dalton now. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Second down now after the pass completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, file it away, lad, file it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. they may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
To throw here, Dalton. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go.
So now third and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on fourth down?
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Play action now. Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third and 7. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. It's a 3-point game here early. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. On the give, it's Perkins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Dalton now to pass. Throwing deep here for... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. He gets away from one. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They run the counter now on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On second down, Kamara fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Come on, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Dalton. And some space here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Dalton. He finds Coleman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
There's Perkins on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, That means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Dalton. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Throwing, Dalton. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Dalton sets up play action. And that is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Come on, let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Here we go! 190!
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Getting ready to go again, here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Second down here after the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 19. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll set up to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jared Abbrederis taking it in for 4 yards out. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he bangs this one through to make it a 13-9 game now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw again. Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Ravens are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Browns won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now, early in the second, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and this play will go for 6. Ravens have it midway through the second. The ball will pop out here on the run. Now to late in the first half, Dalton's throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Ravens defense happy to get off the field. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Sidbury's got it off the left side here. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. They're now on top by 4. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's turn it back over to Brandon and Charles in Baltimore.
This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's caught at the 10.
Offense.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico Gathers. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go counter. Perkins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, they go to Perkins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Butker on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Back to Perkins on 2nd and goal. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Paul Perkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Whoa, what happened there? No good. Off the crossbar, and it comes back. A very poor effort from PAT distance. Butker now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Newton. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
Key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And now here come the Ravens. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down, 8.
Let's go. 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 14. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And after trailing at halftime, he's got his guys in the lead. 3 touchdowns. His hot play from the first half, it's continued here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's what you love to see, is that things didn't cool off at the halftime. Didn't have that sense of self-satisfaction. I played a great game so far. I'm good. Continuing to play well. Obviously wants to win.
Yeah, now they've turned a deficit into a lead. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On play action, they'll throw. Wiggles free. His throw incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Newton. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Andy Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. Play action now. Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jonathan Allen able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
Let's go. 190.
And now here's a carry heading left. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Come on, let's go. 190.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. Second down, Dalton. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. They'll look to throw here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Come on, let's go. What?
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Come on, let's go. What?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Running left, it's Perkins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he whips that one incomplete there. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence of his.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go. 1, 9,
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Marcel Darius in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On is the punter King to send it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A handoff to Perkins. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
Let's go! 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Browns, it's just their third win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.